The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And the fair catch, signal for and take it. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And they'll use the ground game here. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, after all the buildup and all the hype with a playoff game, you'd love to see the offensive line take control here on this first play. Just establish an identity. Let this defense know who they're facing.
Solid gain, moves the ball up to the 47. It'll be first down. They'll ride the back again here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
The gain makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Pass is caught. And they wrap them up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
The defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Huskers lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On first down, it's play action. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up second down. Shifting around now. Going again on 2nd and 10. Lets it go quickly. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the reflection there. He's going to bring up a third down play.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Looking to chuck it again. Bringing pressure. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a 4th down call.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down. Not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. What I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Handoff to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The ninth play of a strong opening drive. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got it near the end zone. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And here's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
And here comes a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They've got him at the 48, but that's a 1st down. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense.
We'll take a deep shot. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Florida.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
This one will be fair caught. Nebraska offense back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. The quarterback making some changes at the line. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. This time, a completion. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
There's the handoff. A quick juke. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a 1st down.
That is a first down. Good job by this big offensive line and this running back to be able to pick up positive yards. How often have we said that over the years with backs and offensive line play from Nebraska?
And the Huskers line up on 1st and 10 now. We'll hand it off. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. And there's the handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down, 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Finding space at the 20. Hard running through a tackle. Mostly out of bounds, close to the end zone. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big 3rd down coming up.
He moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. Motion now from the tight end. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Now look at this. They could break the tie with a chip shot, but the coach says, we're going for it on 4th down. And the call is a quarterback sneak. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers. They'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Oh, opening play of the drive. Quick throw to the left. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
The game moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. First down. Looking to throw the football. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Here's the second down play. They'll run it here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down. The Gators come to the line in a hurry-up.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Gators starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Tough running there, breaks a tackle, picks up the first down. The Gators line up with a 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete. It's second down and goal now for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
The quarterback's got to do a better job here of reading the coverage. He was determined to get that ball thrown to this receiver, but they played double coverage. He still tries to throw it, and he almost threw an interception.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The field goal is good.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Caught quickly. He shreds the tackle. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, get the ball in his hands, you do it.
That completion makes it second and medium. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
It's a ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Out of the gun now on third down. It's an out route, the catch made. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
They're going to run it. Breaking free at midfield. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stopped the ball at the 44. The Cornhuskers moving quickly down the field here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
That completion sets up a second down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Timeout is called to duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And he throws the ball out of bounds there. Smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up third down. Third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Can he make it to the marker? And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on 4th down. Got to make it 3 for 3 here. Handoff heading left. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And they get set now to try the PAT. They had the extra point, and the lead now is 11, 21-10. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. They'll try and run it with the fullback. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Trying to connect from 40 yards out. And that one's straight down the middle. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will kick this away to get the second half going. And here's the fair catch by the... And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's caught downfield. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46. The Gators looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Well, this is what you would call a three-down back. Running backs that can run between the tackles. They can get outside. They can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here they have the...
Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
First down here for this offense. Ball handed off. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Man tackled after a small pickup there. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Yeah, the coach may have some explaining to do. I'm not sure what the thinking is sending out the field goal unit here. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps and churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. This one is broken up. Ball is incomplete.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. And the Gators will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Third down, out of the shotgun. Looking for the wideout. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
That's an incompletion. That'll bring up fourth down and makes you wonder if the offensive coordinator is reevaluating. Maybe a run there might have been the safer call.
crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Payne. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Gators pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
Risky call here by this offense. I thought the quarterback might wait a little bit longer for him to take his route beyond the sticks, but he gets the ball out of his hands. And how about the job by this receiver to fight?
Oh, that one's picked off. Not much on the return, but that's an